Good morning to day number 10 of the Advent Calendars. I'm not going to put myself on camera right now because I had a little bit of alarming news this morning. I may or may not get into it, but I just don't feel like being on camera right now. So I'm just going to drink my coffee and come back later and give you the story. So vanilla bean coffee is what we're going to go have. I'm sure I'm going to like it. I usually drink this normally. So yeah, I'm just going to go make coffee and we'll talk in a bit.
Okay, so I am back and in a much better frame of mind. We're going to do a get ready with me, which I've seen people do as I get ready to go to an event tonight, which I will film at this place in Tampa that's Christmas all year round, which I have been to before. All right, so most of you don't know my backstory. I do have family that watches this channel. I'm just going to tell the story. I know some people are like, well, why'd you tell the world? Okay, I've seen other YouTubers tell their story. Yes, I'm always happy and adventurous and take you on my adventures, but if you look in my bio, it says that I had non-Hodgkin's lymphoma in 2007. I did chemo and radiation, finished everything in 2008. So the good news is that a drug called Rituxan basically saved my life. And it broke up the tumor that was in here in my chest, in the mediastinal area. It was about the size of a grapefruit. And in that kind of tumor with non-Hodgkin's, you don't do surgery, you do chemo. Of course, it was miserable, as chemo always is, and lost my hair, the whole nine. Okay, did the radiation, and that actually was mentally harder for me, got through it. So where they shot the, you can't even see it where I'm on my neck, but right in here, this area here, there's like a little permanent tattoo, and that's where the radiation went, 5 days a week for a month. Well, as a result of chemo and radiation, there are side effects long-term. So one of the things is that my thyroid got blown out. So I now have hypothyroidism. I've been taking Synthroid now for a while. I lost high frequency hearing. So I actually now wear hearing aids. I was embarrassed to wear them at first, but I'm telling you what, these things are the best invention ever. I was missing out on conversations with friends because I couldn't hear anything but background noise. This cuts out the background noise for me. And if you are thinking about getting hearing aids and just don't know if you should, like even now, I can hear myself speaking better and my voice will go lower when I'm wearing them. So bad that the high frequency got knocked out. Good that I got my hearing tested. And as a result, I have hearing aids. Okay. So yesterday I went with my husband to his endocrinologist, and I had been complaining for a while about a bump. You guys see that? It's pretty big. Look at this side. Nothing. This side? Now, at first I was like, oh, it's probably has something to do with the fact that I pulled a muscle in my neck a few weeks ago, probably like a month ago now, that I pulled a muscle in my neck. And I thought, okay, well, that's got to be what it is. And it's just healing. And I had my husband feel it. And it felt like at times it was down and then up again. So I was like, oh yeah, it's probably that. Now, I normally get a sonogram of that area for my thyroid and nodules. Everyone has nodules, and I have had nodules we've been keeping an eye on. For some reason, I hadn't gotten a sonogram since 2022. So I completely missed last year. So I don't even know how that happened, but it did. And so my husband's like, you know what? Why don't you come with me to my appointment? And, we're going to go over my blood work. And at the end, we'll see if he can take a look at the bump. I'm like, fine. So I went with him yesterday. And sure enough, at the end, he said, anything else? And we're like, well, yeah, can you check this out for me? And he's like, yeah, sure. Get on the table. Get on the table. He's like, yeah, we need to get you a sonogram. I'm like, okay. He's like, we're going to go get you a sonogram tomorrow. I'm like, okay. And you know me, well, you don't know me, but I like to get things done as soon as possible, not wait 2, 3, 4 months, because I don't know what this is. So I go today to the tech. You guys saw me after I gotten home. Now the tech is not allowed to tell you anything, and she only told me that it's big. I said bigger than 4 centimeters. She said it's big. Like, yeah. So that's definitely bigger than 4 centimeters. So now this is the part where my brain goes off the rails, and I'm gonna try. Oh, it's hard not to get emotional. I didn't want to get emotional, but there is a 15% chance that this is thyroid cancer. It's also a chance that it could be just encapsulated, no big deal. There's a chance that it's not cancer at all, that it's completely benign, and it is a side effect from the radiation that I had, which literally can happen years down, because what happens is the radiation kills the cells in there, and then they do some weird stuff, whatever, and they can duplicate or whatever. I'm trying to read all these medical things, and I probably shouldn't be reading because I'm not a doctor. So I've been in a little tizzy trying to keep myself in good spirits and not go down that road, because the C word is scary, and I already had it once and I don't want it again. But if I do, it's an easy surgery. They do say that the most curable cancers actually these days are thyroid as number 1, and non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, believe it or not, is actually number 2. So they caught it early in my 40s, and 4 months after my marriage, which is really bizarre. Anyway, I didn't want to cry. So that is why I was a little out of sorts this morning, and wasn't going to talk about it. But so basically, all this to say, I'm going to continue on with my Vlogmas because I promised I would. I know some of you are watching every single day. Some are only watching a few, and that's fine. I do enjoy making videos. I have a radio and TV background. I was in radio and television. I was a reporter, an anchor. I was a producer. I was an assignment editor. I did a lot behind the scenes and in front of the camera. And I literally enjoyed what I do. Of course, that's where the voiceover came in. So I do want to keep this channel happy and stuff, but there are some times when life gets in the way. And today is one of those days, and I didn't want to put on a front. I thought about it a lot. I'm like, well, I'm just going to keep going and pretend nothing happened. But that's not real life. Life happens. Okay, so that is that. I'm overthinking things, and I'm just waiting to hear results. Of course, I'm going to call them before they call me, because I always do. And just be vigilant of your health. This is basically what this lesson is. Be vigilant of your health. If you think there's something wrong, go get it checked out. If I hadn't gotten this checked out, I don't know how much bigger this will be. It's already making my voice a little hoarse. It could eventually, if I didn't do anything about it, could constrict my breathing. And I don't want that to happen. So I'm glad I got it. I'm glad I made him check it out. I'm glad I went with my husband yesterday. But, you know, if you see anything that's unusual, go to the dermatologist or whatever. I go every 6 months to the dermatologist. Skin cancer does run in my family. I've already had something taken off my ear. So, yeah, vigilant about your body, and you know your body better than anybody else. So if you feel something is off, make the appointment. Just go and get it done. You'll get through it. I will get through this. I'm just overthinking things right now, and I will keep you updated. And so, yeah. So next you will see me having a fun time at the Joy Bar, which is where I'm going tonight. All right. Okay, that's it.
And there it is, the entrance to Joy Bar.
I have to say, already being here, I'm in a better mood. How could you not be with all these lights?
It's time for wine. Hopefully it's better than last night. It's a red. It is South Africa Pinotage. That sounds like a Pinot Noir. We'll check it out, see what it says. Cheese first. Oh, the black truffle cheddar again. All right, this is, it's supposed to open with an aromas of ripe plum, dark berries, and hints of smoky spice, and then a rich velvety texture with flavors of black cherry, mulberry, and a touch of chocolate. Apparently it's South Africa's signature red grape varietal from the Western Cape regions. Interesting. It's a cross between a Pinot Noir and a Cinsault, known locally as Hermitage. Okay, I might actually like this one. Food pairings are braised lamb, pork belly, and beef, which I wouldn't eat any of those anyway. Okay, tonight the Hubs is not partaking, so I'm in my office since he's watching TV. So the first thing we're gonna do is smell the wine. It does smell pretty good. All right, I do like Pinot Noir, so it's going to be interesting. It has a vinegary taste. Is it possible that some of these wines went bad? So don't forget, well, I guess they wouldn't go bad. Wines don't go bad. Not usually, unless they're aged a super long time. Like years and years and years. It smells better than it tastes. I'm really surprised, because I usually like Pinot Noir, but I don't know anything about that other grape that they're talking about. Again, I'm not a big fan of this cheese. Compare it. It is better with the cheese, but I don't think it's good enough for me to want to drink any more of it. So I'm done. All right, so that is going to do it for the Advent calendars today. Thank you for listening to my long story, and we're going to continue on tomorrow with day number 11. So thank you for tuning into the wonderful world of Wendy. Don't forget to hit that like button below. Give me a big thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel. I would love it if you became part of my wonderful world. And I'll see you tomorrow. Good night.